ladies and gentlemen, this is your narrator, your future pro wrestling podcaster, Brendan Ingram, back here with your July the 1st, 2020 NXT Great American Bash review. Folks, we got a lot to go over about this show. We got a lot to talk about. Yes, I've watched the show. The show was impressive. This show was on fire last night. Yes, it was. There was only 4 of the 5 matches that I enjoyed. But there was the 5th match. There was one match specifically on that show that I did not enjoy, that I thought was garbage in my opinion. There's only one match on the show that I did not enjoy, that I was not impressed with. And I'm pretty sure you know what match I'm talking about. The match happened last week between those 2 female superstars. I'm pretty sure you can guess what match I'm talking about. We're going to talk about that match once we get to it. Anyhow, in the meantime, be sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and turn on all bell for notifications. So never miss my Wrestling Breaking News videos that I upload and release on my channel every week. So never miss my NXT, Monday Night Raw, and SmackDown reviews that I do live on my YouTube channel on WWE 2K20. So don't miss all that. Be sure to never miss all that. And be sure to never miss all my World of Tanks Valor live streams that I do. There was one World of Tanks Valor live stream that I did today on my YouTube channel. It is on my YouTube channel. If you want to see it, all you have to do is go to my YouTube channel, and you see where it says uploads. And if you see where it says World of Tanks Valor, if you see where it says Chisel Contract, if you're not Ops and Independent Ops Part 1, you see where it says that? You go to that, and it'll pull up the live stream video. So be sure you check that out. I had a good time playing World of Tanks Valor as usual. I always have a good time playing that game. It's nothing new. But when you got retards and mediums and heavies that sit back and snipe, then that's how you know that the game's not good. Then that's when you know the game gets worse. When you got your players just sitting back. When you got your players and your heavies and medium tanks just sitting back not doing nothing. That's making the game look boring. That's not good play. Having your heavies and mediums sitting back sniping like tank destroyers. That's just not cool. I don't like that. I hate when that happens. When I play World of Tanks Valor, I always see a heavy and a medium that sit back and snipe. I hate that. But anyways, again, welcome to the channel. So, be sure you follow me on Twitter. My Twitter name is Brendan Ingram, the future pro wrestling podcaster. Follow me on the Facebook page, the so-called Facebook page, of course, is hashtag, or no, not hashtag, but it's Ingram. It just says Ingram BA, my Facebook page. Not my Facebook page profile picture. My Facebook page where I have to boost up the posts that I post on there. You know, the cover photo where it has Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Yeah. If you go to my YouTube channel and go to where it says About, you'll see my Facebook page name down there. It's got my Twitch name, my YouTube name, my Twitter name, all that. So, as far as social media goes. So let's go ahead and get right to this review because I am ready. So folks, WWE delivered the best NXT show possible. This NXT Great American Bash show was beyond great. Everything on the show was good. Everything on the show was great. There was creativity to this show. There was creative. Everything was creative about this show. Everything. But there was one thing that was not. There was one show that was not. That didn't really have nothing creative, and that was Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw didn't have nothing creative on it. That show sucked. But this show right here had everything. This show right here had everything. Everything was creative about the show, but there was nothing creative about Monday Night Raw. Nothing. But this show, everything was creative about this show. The matches were creative. They were great. They were entertainment. You know, they were sports entertainment. Your typical normal sports entertainment matches that you always see in the WWE. So it's always great to see all the superstars in the ring giving their opponents their best performance in the ring. You know, giving us the best show possible. Putting their bodies on the line. It's great to see superstars putting their bodies on the line, you know. It's always great to see that. But what is not great, what is not so great, and what we shouldn't be seeing on the show is main roster garbage and nauseating garbage. That's what we shouldn't be seeing on these shows. I'm talking about Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. We should not be seeing garbage, but we've been seeing garbage week after week after week, and I feel like NXT is shedding some light into that. Remember on my NXT review when I said NXT is definitely going to be the number one brand in sports entertainment? Well, it's definitely going to be the number one brand in sports entertainment because of all the pay-per-views and all the shows and how great they've been. But I feel like everything that happened on the show was all part of Bruce's strategic plan, just like I said on Monday Night Raw. Oh, and speaking of Monday Night Raw, I put a guy on blast today on Twitter. I did. Yes. I'm pretty sure those of you who are subscribed to my channel have seen the tweet on Twitter. Yeah, I put this guy on blast. This guy was trying to say that Monday Night Raw was a good show for the third week in a row. Wait, man, hold on. I backed up that claim. I said, hold on. First of all, Monday Night Raw hasn't been good. Hasn't been good for the last 7 months. So this is what I said. This is what I said to this Gary Cassidy guy. What is it? Hashtag Wrestling Gary, or whatever the fuck it is. So, this guy said for the third week in a row, Monday Night Raw has been pretty damn good. A lot of people owe Bruce Prichard an apology. No, Bruce Prichard owes all of us an apology. Mr. Gary Cassidy. So, I backed up that post. I backed up that tweet. So I retweeted it. And I told JD from NY and my buddy Justin over on Twitter, I told those guys that I said I was going to put this guy on blast, and I did just that. So, I retweeted this post about maybe 5-6 times, putting him on blast. So this is what I said. This is what I told him. I said, dude, Wrestling Gary, dude, you clearly have not been watching Monday Night Raw the last 7 months. I told him, I said, why are you continuing to support this Monday night garbage? The Monday night garbage that we saw this Monday night on Monday Night Raw? Yeah. I told him, I said, why are you continuing to support this Monday night garbage that has been garbage the last 7 months? I said, number one, the 24/7 championship shouldn't even be the most important title on the show. And also, JD's right. It should be off television. I completely agree with him. The 24/7 championship should be completely off television. I should have said this on my Monday Night Raw review, but I didn't. But see, I said this on, I didn't say it on Twitter either. I was getting ready to say I said it on Twitter, but I didn't. Yeah, so that, and then I retweeted the post again, and I said number 2, Sasha Banks and Bayley are not Monday Night Raw superstars, and let's add this to the list too. They're also not NXT female superstars either. They are SmackDown female superstars, not Monday Night Raw or NXT female superstars. SmackDown female superstars. And then I said 3, clearly you're not aware that WWE announcing Ric Flair and Big Show for Monday Night Raw was all part of Bruce's strategic plan. And then I retweeted the 3rd time and said number 4, the Bobby Lashley and Apollo Crews. Well, I was supposed to put feud, but I didn't. I kind of messed up on that one. So the Bobby Lashley and Apollo Crews feud was Bruce's Pritchard's Monday Night Garbage strategic plan or place. Oh shit! I didn't even do this right. Hold on. Wait a minute. Well, that's okay. It ain't gonna matter. I was supposed to put plan, but I put place on accident. Yeah, I realized that I misspelled some of my words. I was supposed to put plan and I put place. I'm realizing it firsthand. Because yesterday I thought I corrected some of my words on this retweet, but come to find out there was one word that was incorrect, and that was place. I was supposed to put plan, but I put place. And I said, oh, and I don't think you know this one either. I told him, I said, oh, and I don't think you know this one either. The Orton and Big Show feud. I was supposed to put feud. Well, I did put feud. I'm sorry. So I said, oh, and I don't think you know this one either. The Orton and Big Show, more like the Big Slow feud, was all Bruce's strategic plan. And then I retweeted a 4th time and put the 1-on-2 handicap match. That was all part of Bruce's strategic plan. The double contract signing was all fully Bruce's strategic plan. So I told him, so I questioned Gary Cassidy again on Twitter. I said, so I'm asking you this question again. Why are you continuing to support this Monday Night Garbage show? Because clearly Monday Night Raw was absolute Monday Night Garbage that night. It was garbage. Nobody wanted to watch the show. I didn't want to see it. Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Garbage, the Monday Night Garbage show just makes you want to pick up the remote control and change the goddamn channel. I mean, it clearly does. I mean, I'm not going to lie. If I seen Monday Night Raw and it was garbage, it was that garbage like it was this Monday night, I'd pick up the remote control and change the channel. That show was terrible. Monday Night Raw was terrible, man. I don't even want to talk about Monday Night Raw no more. So I questioned him that again, and then I retweeted the post again a 5th time. This was the last time I retweeted this. This was the last time I retweeted his tweet. So I said everything on Raw was all Bruce's strategic plan. So ask you this again a 3rd time. In other words, I was trying to say, so I ask you this again a 3rd time. Why are you supporting this Monday Night Garbage show? I asked him that a 3rd time, and I still didn't get a reply back from this guy. So he would never answer my question. I told him, I said, as a matter of fact, do us all a favor and stop supporting this garbage show, you ungodly, sinful, alien clown. That's what I called him. There was no bad words to it or nothing. I just call him an ungodly, sinful, alien clown. Because that's exactly what he is. That's exactly what he is. He got what he deserved being called that. I called him that, and he got what he deserved. He deserved to be called that, man. Because he's supporting Vince McMahon and Bruce and their creative ideas, so to speak, and their so-called strategic plan to better Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, which is clearly not fucking working. Let's be honest. Jesus Christ, man. I just thought I had to put all that out there. So that's what I said to Gary. Man, when I say I put that guy on blast, I literally put that guy on blast. I called him a ungodly, sinful, alien clown. That's how you know I put him on blast. Dude, I was pissed off when I seen that. When he said Monday Night Raw was great was pretty damn good for the third week in a row. I'm looking at that retweet. I look at that tweet like, what the fuck is he talking about? I completely thought the opposite about Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw was Monday Night trash. It was a shit show. It was garbage. That's all I gotta say. No more of that. So anyways, let's begin with the NXT Great American Bash review. So, opening segment, we got a recap of the build to some of these matches, including the main event of Night 2, the winner-take-all match of NXT North American Champion Keith Lee versus NXT Champion Adam Cole. I had no idea that they were going to have a NXT Great American Bash Night 2 next week. I had no idea until I saw and realized that they were. So, on my title, I decided to put Night 1. So, basically, this review is titled July the 1st, 2020, NXT Great American Bash Night 1 Review. Alright, so yeah, we gotta recap the build to some of these matches, include the main event of Night 2, the winner-take-all match of NXT North American Champion Keith Lee versus NXT Champion Adam Cole. So after a big of fanfare and a nice look at the modified set, this set was on fire. I even told the journalist Tom on Twitter, man, I said, dude, hold on, matter of fact, I got the tweet. I tagged his name. I mentioned his name in the retweet. I think I retweeted his post. His tweet. Yes, I did. Tom Coloha. Tom Colohu. Yeah. The journalist. I retweeted his tweet. And I said, wow, this set looks really good. The set on NXT Great American Bash last night, looked really fucking good. That set was fucking great. That arena looked great. It reminds you of the WWE Great American Bash back in 2006, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was back in 2006, right? I don't know, I'm just guessing. Probably was. But I know there was a WWE Great American Bash back then, because I was still around when it happened. That was the time that I was still around. I was still around at that time. So it happened. I seen it. I watched WWE since I was little. I've watched every single episode of WWE. I watched every single Monday Night Raw and SmackDown show. I've watched all the matches. But anyways, this set was fucking great. It really was. So, let's move on. Anyways. So, the first match we got to start off NXT was Teagan Nox versus Dakota Kai versus Mia Yim versus Candice LeRae to determine the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship. So, while the women came down to the ring, Mario and Tom Phillips tell us that night that this is a fatal four-way elimination match, and William Regal has outlawed outside interference for this match, ensuring that Raquel Gonzalez will not be involved tonight. There was no need for Raquel to be involved anyway. Some matches Dakota Kai is able to hold her own, but some matches she's not. Let's be honest. She's only winning because of the help of Raquel Gonzalez. Obviously, she didn't win that time. In that match, she didn't. This match, she didn't win. So, let me tell you what happened with this match. So, Kai and LeRae immediately leave the ring and watch Yim and Nox go at it in the ring. LeRae trips up Yim early and brings her to the outside of the ring, tossing her into the steel steps. LeRae gets in the ring and goes face to face with Nox. But Kai distracts her. LeRae rolls up Nox off the distraction for a two count. In other words, what I'm trying to say. Kai hits a drop toe hold on Nox and tries to kick her head, but misses, and both women go down on the outside. So back in the ring, Yim re-enters the ring and takes down LeRae with a drop kick, which I think that drop kick looked really good. That was a really great drop kick. Yim goes for a cannonball in the corner, but misses. Ouch, that had to hurt for me and Yim, by the way. LeRae hits a running clothesline onto Yim on the corner, then hits a diving plancha onto Nox on the outside. So then back in the ring, LeRae goes to the top rope, but Yim gives chase and follows. LeRae escapes beneath Yim and hits an elevated German suplex on Yim, covering her for two. Kai gets back in the ring and sets up LeRae for a go-to kick, but Nox super kicks Kai and takes down both women. Kai and Nox both hit Candice with a face wash before Nox catches Kai with one. Nox and Yim toss Dakota Kai onto Candice, and Yim follows it up with a soul food, pinning Candice for 3 and eliminating her. I wasn't surprised about that. Yim and Nox stare at Candice as Candice lays on the ground, and Kai watches on from outside the ring as they go to commercial break. So that was the first commercial break, folks. So back from commercial break, and Yim and Nox both covered Kai in an attempt to eliminate her. But Kai is able to kick out, and Kai rolls out of the ring. Yim runs the ropes, but Nox catches her and goes for a chokeslam, but Yim escapes and hits Nox with a jab to the face. Yim low bridges Nox and sends her out of the ring. Yim gives chase but misses an attack on Nox, and as Nox re-enters the ring, Nox is met by a strike by Kai, but Nox gets back in the ring and hits Kai with a full Nelson slam. Yim hits a pair of flying head scissors on Yim and Kai, then hits each woman with a tope. Yim picks up Kai and tosses her into the ring. Yim hits a cold blue on Kai, covering her for 2. So then Nox hits Yim with a rolling crucifix pin for 2. Yim hits Sofu on Nox, but Nox rolls out of the ring before Yim can pin her. Yim is watching Nox roll out of the ring with a look of disappointment. And Kai uses the distraction to roll up Yim for the 3, eliminating her as they head to commercial break. Keep in mind that's the second commercial break in a row. Back from commercial break, and Kai and Nox are trading blows. In the middle of the ring, Nox and Kai trade forearms and strikes until they both fall to their knees. Kai hits Nox with a super kick out of nowhere, and Nox is down. Kai picks her up, but Nox hits Kai with a headbutt and a series of rights to Kai's chest. So then, Nox lays out Kai with a series of clotheslines, and then hits a series of running back elbows into Kai in the corner. Nox follows this up with a cannonball senton. Teagan Nox did a great job with that cannonball senton. That was great. Great move by Teagan Nox. And covers her for 2. Nox picks up Kai by the hair and tosses her into the ropes. Then hits a fall-away slam on Kai. Surprised by Teagan Nox hitting that fall-away slam. Teagan Nox must have been learning some new moves. She must have been training. Cause that woman was on fire. Teagan Nox, oh my God, she was on fire. I had never seen her that on fire like that. Well, that's the girl with the shiniest wizard for you. Bridging into a pin for 2. So then Nox goes to the top rope, but Kai catches her with a kick to the face and tosses her off the top. But I never seen Teagan Nox that fired up like that. That was, she did great. Kai hit Nox with a chiropractor or chiropractor with a chiropractor. So yeah, Kai hit Nox with a chiropractor, pinning her for 2. I thought I was going to say chiropractor. Anyways, Kai clubs and kicks away at a down Nox. Kai picks up Nox and goes for a go-to kick, but Nox escapes and plants her face first. Covers her for 2. Nox goes for the shiniest wizard, but Kai dodges and rolls up Nox for 2. Kai locks in a submission on Nox, but Nox rolls Kai into the pinfall attempt for 2, forcing a break. Nox goes to the top rope and hits a Molly go round on Kai. That was a good move. That was a good move, by the way, a Molly go round. We never seen her hit that before. That's the first time we seen Teagan Nox hit that on NXT. Wow. It must have been one of her other new moves. She must have had something on her sleeve for that night, because she was on fire. Then a shiniest wizard covering Nox for the pinfall victory. Well, Teagan Nox, folks, Teagan Nox is one of my favorite NXT female superstars. Whether you like her or not, you have to respect what Teagan Nox did in that ring. She was on fire. Dakota Kai, she did well. She was also on fire. She did well. She did well. She used some smart thinking in the ring. That was some smart thinking by Dakota Kai to roll up Mia Yim for the 3, to take the opportunity away from Mia Yim. Mia Yim was distracted. Dakota Kai rolled her up for a 3. That was great. Great in-ring veteran experience right there. Great veteran thinking right there. Smart thinking by Dakota Kai. Teagan Nox and Dakota Kai are the 2 best in-ring performers in that ring. You cannot fucking deny that shit. Seriously. They are the 2 best in-ring performers in that ring. And you know what's good about Dakota Kai and Teagan Nox as well? They have great chemistry in the ring. And they were once Team Kick? Yeah. Yeah, that was great, man. And also, can we all appreciate how great both of these female superstars are? Both Teagan Nox and Dakota Kai. Can we appreciate how great they are, man? I'm telling you, they're 2 of the best in-ring performers that the women's division has right now. So far. I didn't say completely, but so far. Alright, this match was great. It was on fire. Alright, moving on. So also in the singles action last night, Dexter Lumis and Roderick Strong would be facing off once again. But this time in NXT's first ever strap match. Last week, Strong hightailed it out of the ring. Which he did, of course. But anyways, Yeah, the strap match, we're going to get to that in a minute. But after Teagan Nox's victory, backstage, I think I read the wrong thing. That's why I stopped. But after Teagan Nox's victory, that was a great victory by Teagan Nox. I think this victory was Teagan Nox's biggest victory of her career. This was her biggest win of her career. And I'm going to say this again. Teagan Nox and Dakota Kai, you need to appreciate how good they are. They are the two best in-ring performers that NXT Women's Division has. I've said this again a second time. Just so you all can remember that in your memory, in your head. Remember that. Two best in-ring performers. Remember that. So anyways, backstage, Damian Priest was about to get interviewed, but Priest interrupts and looks straight into the camera and talks down Cameron Grimes before he challenges Grimes to a match one-on-one. Sasha Banks and Bayley are shown backstage getting ready for Sasha's match against my number one favorite NXT female superstar, the one that I gave confidence to on Twitter. The one that I was talking to, that I retweeted and mentioned on Twitter. One of my favorite, well, not one of my favorite, but my number one favorite NXT female superstar, Io Shirai. My genius of the sky. My genius. Nobody else's genius but my genius. She's my genius, nobody else's. Io Shirai is mine. Nobody's taking her away from me. She's mine. Seriously. No, I'm serious. I'm not laughing. I'm dead serious. She's mine. Nobody's taking her away from me. She is one of my favorites. I love what she does in the ring. That moonsault is way better than Charlotte Flair's, let's be honest. I must say. So anyways, we got Timothy Thatcher versus Oney Lorcan. Oh my god. They look like two technicians out there in that ring. They really did. They really did. They look like two technicians in that ring. Man, these guys were brawling, man. Reminds me of the Boston Marathon. That's how good this brawl was. That's how good this battle was. I hate to bring up the Boston Marathon, but it reminds me of that. I mean, it does. It also reminds me of the Tyson Fury and the Braun Strowman matchup. You know what else? Oney Lorcan versus Timothy Thatcher. You know what else this match reminds me of? This Oney Lorcan versus Timothy Thatcher matchup. This also reminds me of the match between Aleister Black and Eric Rowan a few months back. I mean, it really does. It just reminds me of that. This match reminds you of some matches. Like Daniel Bryan versus Drew Gulak. That's how good this match was. It reminds you of Daniel Bryan versus Drew Gulak. Even Daniel Bryan versus Cesaro. I mean, I'm just giving you the list of names of matches that this match remind me of. This Oney Lorcan versus Timothy Thatcher matchup. Hopefully when the corona pandemic is over, we'll see a feud with Timothy Thatcher and Pete Dunne. Feuding. So, here's what happened with the match between Timothy Thatcher and Oney Lorcan. Excuse me, hold that thought. Let me get some water. Woo, needed some water, man. Throat dry. So, Oney Lorcan pushes Thatcher into a corner, but the referee separates them. Lorcan hits Thatcher with a chop, then locks in a head scissors on Thatcher. Thatcher reverses into a bow and arrow submission. I don't think I've never seen a submission move like that before. It looked deadly, though. Man, it looked that deadly, but it looked a little bit deadly. Anyways, Lorcan escapes when Thatcher rolls him into a pinfall attempt. So then Lorcan goes for an armbar, but Thatcher locks his hands to prevent the submission. Thatcher is able to roll through a pickup Lorcan, but Lorcan rolls Thatcher down and goes back for an armbar. Thatcher rolls Lorcan to his stomach and transitions into the STF. Lorcan gets to his feet, but Thatcher hits an arm drag on Lorcan, and Thatcher transitions into a ground and pound, then goes for an armbar on Lorcan's left arm. Thatcher backs Lorcan into the ropes and strikes at his chest, then takes Lorcan down and locks in a double wrist lock on Lorcan. Thatcher adds a head scissors submission and goes for a cover on Lorcan. But Lorcan kicks out. Lorcan and Thatcher get to their feet, and Lorcan hits a snapmare on Thatcher into a surfboard stretch. So then Thatcher gets to his feet, but Lorcan drives Thatcher back down and uses his knee and forehead for additional leverage. So Lorcan releases the hold and hits Thatcher with a series of chops, then an elbow to Thatcher. Lorcan goes to the top rope, and Thatcher catches Lorcan with an uppercut, sending Lorcan toppling over the top rope as they go to commercial break. What's this, the third or fourth commercial break in a row? The third. Yeah, I think this was the third and fourth commercial in a row. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. Yep, that's what it was. So, back from commercial break, Thatcher hits Lorcan with a belly-to-belly suplex. Lorcan escapes the ring before Thatcher can continue the attack. Lorcan gets to the apron, but Thatcher attacks Lorcan and goes for a suplex. Lorcan flips out of the suplex and hits a full Nelson suplex on Thatcher, then a running uppercut for a 2-count pinfall attempt. Lorcan and Thatcher get to their feet and trade blows and strikes. Lorcan takes Thatcher down with a huge strike to the face, then locks in a single leg Boston Crab on Thatcher, sitting in deep into the hold. Wow, that must have been tight. Thatcher picks the toe and reverses the hold, then goes for a Fujiwara armbar. Lorcan escapes and both men get to their feet. Thatcher hits a double underhook butterfly suplex on Lorcan, covering him for 2. Thatcher goes for a sugar hold, but Lorcan fish hooks Thatcher's mouth. Thatcher catches Lorcan's arm and locks Lorcan into Fujiwara armbar, forcing him to submit. Yep, he forced him to submit. So, after Thatcher's victory, Thatcher keeps the hold on way too long and refuses to release the hold after Lorcan tapped out. Wow, I can't believe he refused to release the hold after Lorcan tapped out. That's surprising by Timothy Thatcher, acting like a heel. So, anyways, eventually Thatcher let go. Thatcher stared down the camera meaninglessly and stares down Lorcan. So we get a video package for Karrion Kross. Kross says that there are entitled vermin all around NXT, and these people are now being protected by the same status quo that they used to fight against. Scarlett says that NXT will soon be defined by Kross and the things he does to his opponents. We get a brief shot of Keith Lee destroyed Kross's hourglass from 2 weeks ago, and that ends the package. So that video package of Killer Kross and Scarlett was fucking great. I liked it. It was a great package. Great video package. Absolutely amazing. This was fucking great. It really was. But there is a match, however, that wasn't great. There is one match on this show that I absolutely did not like at all. There was one match on this show that I was just not interested in. This match, the booking matches like this, just makes you want to pick up the remote control and change the goddamn channel. Not that Oney Lorcan and Thatcher matchup, but I'm talking about the match after that one. The match after that one, oh my god, this match was beyond worse. This match was bad. This is the only match that I did not enjoy on the show. This match, that match that I am talking about, that I was not impressed with, is, I'm gonna let you guess, 2 seconds. I'm putting it up. 3, 2, 1. This match right here. Oh my god. So, hang on folks, because I feel like I'm gonna fucking throw a shoe at this TV screen right now. This was the next match on WWE NXT Great American Bash. We got Rhea Ripley versus Aliyah and Robert Stone. So it said if Rhea loses, she must join the Robert Stone brand. Folks, this match right here that took place last Wednesday on NXT, was the match that took place on NXT The Great American Bash, except for Robert Stone was added to the match. He was Aliyah's tag team partner. This fucking match, I was not interested in at all. I was not interested in this match at all. I was not interested in watching it. I was not interested in seeing it at all. Period. So here's what happened with this unimpressed matchup. So Robert Stone puts in a mouthpiece. It puts on googles. He puts on goggles. Wait a minute. He put on goggles? Oh my god. Both Stone and Aliyah will be in this match at the same time, so there will be no tags. Stone tries to hold Aliyah back, as he says that he can take Ripley. So Ripley hits Stone with a huge chop, sending him to the outside. Aliyah uses the distraction to roll up Ripley, and Aliyah hits Ripley with a flying head scissors takedown, then pins her for 2. Aliyah tries to hit an arm drag on Ripley, but Ripley is too strong and picks up Aliyah. It gets her to an electric chair and drops her face first. Ripley pins Aliyah, but Stone drags her foot and breaks up the pin. Ripley chases Stone out of the ring, and Stone gets back in the ring. Stone hits a dive onto Ripley to the outside, but Ripley easily evades, using Stone as a distraction. Aliyah takes Ripley down with a dive of her own. Aliyah rolls Ripley back into the ring as they go to commercial break. So back from commercial break, Stone and Aliyah have Ripley in a double submission. Ripley escapes, but Aliyah kicks Ripley and takes her down. Aliyah and Stone hit a double suplex on Ripley, and a slight miscommunication means that Aliyah pins Ripley late, allowing Ripley to kick out at 2. Stone and Aliyah pick Ripley back up and go for another suplex, but Ripley instead hits a double suplex on them. Ripley takes down Stone and Aliyah, tossing Aliyah into Stone in the corner, before taking Aliyah down with a series of clotheslines. Ripley ripcords Aliyah into Stone before spiking Aliyah face first into Stone's crotch, which was absolutely nauseating, disgusting, nauseating, nasty. Aliyah gets up and fights back, but Ripley easily punches her off. Stone goes for a roll-up, but Ripley blocks and hits Stone with a headbutt before knocking down Aliyah. Ripley locks in a cloverleaf submission on both Stone and Aliyah, and both of them tap out at the same time. The winner was Rhea Ripley. Folks, matches like this is why shows have become absolute garbage. Matches like this is why shows like Monday Night Raw and SmackDown has become absolute nauseating garbage. This match right here was absolutely, without a doubt, absolutely nauseating garbage. I was not impressed with this match at all. Who even wanted to see this garbage match up on the show? Why is Vince McMahon and Bruce booking a match like this on the fucking show? This match, nobody wanted to see this match. Who cares? We don't want to see matches. We do not want to see garbage booking like this on the show. Why are we seeing this? Why are we seeing garbage booking like this on the show? Garbage booking matches like this on the fucking show. Honestly, I'm going to say what JD said on Twitter. This Robert Stone shit is complete garbage, man. Complete garbage. There's no way anyone can convince me, or JD, or anybody else, or any other podcaster for that matter, that this isn't Vince McMahon driven trash. Or Bruce driven trash. Well, both Vince and Bruce driven trash. Making its way to NXT. So, you know what? I refuse to believe that Triple H would allow anything like what we have seen on this program after all NXT has done. really. And I agree. This was bullshit, man. This match was straight up nauseating garbage. Ridiculous. Unreal. This is the only freaking match that I did not enjoy. This match was nauseating as it gets. Unreal. This was your typical shit show kind of match. This was not NXT garbage, folks. This was straight up Robert Stone Rhea Ripley match garbage. This match was straight up nauseating garbage, period. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. So, as Rhea Ripley celebrates in the ring, we are told that NXT's first ever strap match between Dexter Lumis and Roderick Strong is up next. I still can't understand why would Vince McMahon book a match like this on the show. This match goes to show that this match was not only garbage, but this match was Vince McMahon's creative idea. And you want to know who else's idea this was? And you want to know whose plan this was to book this match on the show? Vince McMahon and Bruce. I think this match right here was Bruce's strategic plan. And this was Vince McMahon trash. This was Bruce's strategic plan, and this was Vince McMahon's so-called creative idea. Rhea Ripley is seriously ruined at the bottom of the barrel, folks. She is getting... And you know what? I'll give her credit where it's due. She did beat Aliyah fair and square. She is getting some wins back on NXT finally. But this match between her and Aliyah was absolute horrible. Absolutely awful. Absolutely nauseating garbage. We don't need to see garbage like this on the show. Period. Whatsoever. Zero tolerance for this garbage match. For this garbage shit like this on the show. Zero tolerance. We don't need to see this. Anyways. So we get a video package of Roderick Strong trying to face his fear of Dexter Lumis. So the package transitions seamlessly into a live feed of Strong backstage. Actually, I need to actually put these guys up on the screen. Because we are already at the match, so I'm already at that point, that part, so might as well put these guys up here. That pose of Dexter Lumis looks perfect. Don't you all agree? This pose of Dexter Lumis looks really perfect. Looks great. I love the detail on Dexter Lumis. Whoever created this Dexter Lumis on this game looks fucking great. Whoever this creator was that created him, he looks absolutely great. So anyways, Strong looks focused and serious, but when he walks out onto the ramp, his demeanor changes significantly, which I think it's funny. And he looks much more riddled than before. So Lumis comes down to the ring and stares daggers into Strong all the way down the ramp. Strong leaves the ring, and Lumis still does not break his stare on Strong. Strong must eventually get back in the ring to be tied to the other end of the strap. Before the referee can get the strap. Trap! I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm being funny as hell. Before the referee can get the strap on Lumis, Strong jumps him and hits him with a surprise attack. Strong takes his eyes off Strong. Well, actually, let's rephrase that. Strong actually takes his eyes off of Lumis briefly. Lumis takes Strong down. Lumis attaches the strap to Strong while he is down, and the bell rings. One of them took their eyes off of each other. That's all I can say. So, here's what happened in the match between Lumis and Strong. So, Lumis uses the strap to pull Strong towards him and hits an uppercut on Strong. Lumis pulls the strap and sends Strong into the apron multiple times. So, Lumis gives chase to Strong to the outside. Strong gets a few strikes in on Lumis, but misses. When he goes to hit Lumis with a strap, Lumis gets Strong back in the ring and hits Strong with a back body drop. Yes, folks, he hit him with a back body drop. And you could have imagined how bad that hurt that superstar's back. You gotta imagine that. You gotta imagine how Roderick Strong's back is hurting. You gotta imagine how bad Robert Strong landed on his back. Anyways, Lumis corners Strong and kicks and punches at him in the corner. The referee forces Lumis to back up. Strong uses the strap to pull Lumis towards him and kicks Lumis away. Strong chases Lumis and goes for chops. Lumis sends Strong to the outside over the top rope. Lumis uses the strap to pull Strong to the apron, then tosses Strong over the top rope into the middle of the ring. Lumis runs at Strong in the corner, but Strong gets the boot up and then hits a running knee to Lumis' face. Strong picks up Lumis and puts him in the corner before striking away at his face. Strong mounts him in the corner and wraps the strap around his fist, punching at Lumis. Lumis escapes under Strong's legs and hits an uppercut on Strong, sending Strong out the ring. Lumis follows and hits an uppercut on Strong, then tries tie whip Strong with the strap, but misses. So Lumis pulls Strong towards him, and Strong is sent flying over the steel steps. I tried to talk country, but I don't think that worked out. Strong and Lumis fight up the ramp, and Lumis tosses Strong face first into the set. Lumis sees one of the cars parked near the ramp. Lumis goes to the car and opens the truck, but Strong uses the distraction to get the advantage on Lumis, kicking Lumis in the face repeatedly. Lumis hits Strong with a knee to the midsection, but Strong hits Lumis with an Olympic slam on the outside of the ring. Let me remind you, that's Kurt Angle's move. He stole that move from Kurt Angle. Only Kurt Angle makes that move famous, not Roderick. Strong pins Lumis up and tosses him into the ring and whips Lumis with the strap, then chops him in the chest. I think, once again, that's the second time in a row he did that. Strong hits a few more whips on Lumis' back, then mounts Lumis and ground and pounds him. Strong hits Lumis with a basement dropkick, then lays back and right hands, pinning Lumis for 2. Strong gets to his feet and seems much confident. Strong goes for a gut wrench suplex, but Lumis blocks. Strong takes down Lumis with a back elbow, then covers him for 2. Strong locks in a sleeper, but Lumis gets to his feet and punches away at Strong, breaking the hold. Lumis gets Strong in the corner. Strong hits Lumis with a step up enziguri, taking Lumis down. Strong hits Lumis with the strap multiple times, then chops and strikes at Lumis. Strong runs the ropes and runs at Lumis, but Lumis turns Strong inside out with a clothesline. Strong and Lumis get to their feet, and Lumis hits Strong with a bulldog. Out. He hits a bulldog out of the corner for 2. Lumis picks up Strong and hits a slingshot suplex. Lumis now whips Strong with the strap a few times before going for the Yep, you heard the lady. I'm gonna say it again. Lumis now whips Strong with the strap a few times before going for the Kata Gitama. Yep, he calls it the Kata Gitama. Strong hits Lumis with an elbow and a leaping knee strike to Lumis' face. Strong forces Lumis into the corner, then perches Lumis on the top rope. Strong hits a superplex on Lumis, and Strong pins him for 2. Strong uses the strap to tie Lumis' feet together, then locks in a stronghold with Lumis' feet tied. Lumis drags himself to the apron and pulls himself out of the ring, forcing a break of the stronghold. Lumis takes Strong down, rolls Lumis back in the ring. Lumis gets to his feet on the apron, but Bobby Fish comes out of nowhere and sweeps Lumis' feet out from under him. Lumis rolls into the ring, and Strong takes Lumis down, pinning him for 2. Bobby Fish tries to get involved in the match, but Lumis uses the strap to take down Fish. Fish rolls to the apron and stands up, but Lumis uses the strap to pull Strong into Fish, knocking him off the apron. Lumis uses the strap to wrap up Strong before hitting him with a Uranagi and locks in his... Go ahead, lady.
Kata
Yep. He locks in his Kata Gitama submission move, which has now been renamed Silence, making Roderick Strong tap out. Ooh, good, thank God. That'll be easier for me to say. Silence. I'm glad they changed that submission move name. I'm glad. So after Dexter Lumis' victory, Tom Phillips tosses to a prime target segment about Keith Lee versus Adam Cole in a winner-take-all match for Night 2 of NXT's Great American Bash. Let me remind y'all that Night 2 of NXT's Great American Bash will be next Wednesday night on USA Network. Anyways, my number one favorite NXT female superstar, my Genius of the Sky Io Shirai, is shown getting ready for her match with Sasha Banks, and they go to commercial break. So after commercial break, backstage, Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano are interviewed backstage about Candice's loss in the Fatal 4-Way. Candice suddenly runs off and attacks Mia Yim. Isaiah Swerve Scott is shown backstage trying to break up the attack, but Johnny runs over and pulls Swerve off of Candice. Shawn Michaels and others show up and separate Scott and Gargano. El Legado del Fantasma come down to the ring. Escobar gets on the mic and talks about how Lucha Libre was highly regarded in history. Oh, by the way, about that match between Dexter Lumis and Roderick Strong, Dexter Lumis looked fucking great in the ring. He did great. Dexter Lumis by far and away is the best thing on all of NXT right now, folks. You got to give Dexter Lumis so much credit of what he's done, man. I mean, it's awesome. He did awesome. He did great, man. He did really, really great. Literally. This guy is a legit top star in NXT. I think he will be, without a doubt, a future NXT champion, too. So, anyways. So, Del Fantasma come down to the ring. Escobar gets on the mic, talks about how Lucha Libre was highly regarded in history, with Lucha Libre stars appearing in movies and being superheroes, but El Legado Del Fantasma will rediscover the roots and rediscover the honor of Lucha Libre. By the way, that tag team name is absolute main roster garbage. Just saying. Anyways, Escobar says that they will rewrite Lucha Libre culture and his image. Yeah, his stable name's garbage. You mean the image of your stable name? Of your main roster garbage stable name? Yeah. Anyways, before he can finish his promo, Drake Maverick's music hits. Maverick comes down to the ring, and Maverick comes out with a neck brace on. El Legado del Fantasma seemed to not be worried about him, but Maverick takes off the neck brace and runs at the ring. I wish they would change their fucking stable name. I do not like this fucking NXT garbage stable name. NXT needs to change their stable name. It is absolutely nothing more than main roster garbage. Change it, please. Seriously. We don't need main roster garbage stable names on the show. Just stop it. Really. I hate the name. Change it. Maverick runs in, but Wildy and Mendoza takes him down after a fight. Escobar gets on the mic and looks at Maverick, saying, "No one can touch me." Escobar backs up and looks like he is going to run at Maverick, but Breezango come down to the ring and dispatch Wildy and Mendoza. Breeze and Fandango corners Escobar, but he rolls out the ring. Oh Lord. Fantasma retreat up the ramp, and Fandango gets on the mic saying, "Next week, NXT Great American Bash Night 2, there will be no place to hide," seemingly challenging the stable name El Legado del Fantasma to a 6-man tag team match for next week, because that's exactly what's going to be happening next week on the NXT Great American Bash Night 2. So that sets up the 6-man tag team match right there for next Wednesday. Anyways, oh God, here goes another one. Here comes another NXT. Here comes another one of NXT's garbage. Cameron Grimes. Another one of NXT's garbage talents on the roster. Cameron Grimes is interviewed backstage, and he says that he isn't worried about Damian Priest, but he is going to the moon and will go after the winner of the main event of next week's match. Up next, finally, we are at the main event. Thank God. This show was great, but there was a few things I didn't like about this show. I'm going to tell you at the end. I'm going to tell you at the end my thoughts on this show. And then that's going to end the review. Alright. So, folks, the main event was the NXT Women's... Actually, I'm going to say it again. The main event was the NXT Women's Champion. One of my favorite NXT female women's superstars. The Genius of the Sky, Io Shirai. Versus the one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Sasha Banks. Along at ringside, watching her match against Io Shirai is the other half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Bayley. Y'all gotta be laughing at this shit. It's funny, for real. I was hoping y'all would start laughing, man. Come on. Where is everybody that's watching this review, man? Somebody's gotta be laughing in here or something. I'm sorry. It's too quiet. I want some stacks of money flying in the air. No, I'm just playing. I would imagine, I would love to have stacks of money around my room. That would be great. I would be rich. Like rich, like Sasha Banks. Like legit rich, you know? Like the legit boss. Like Rick Ross. Ah! Got him! Anyways. So let me tell y'all what happened with this main event match between the NXT Women's Champion Io Shirai and WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Sasha Banks. So this match was not garbage at all. This match was great. I loved this dream match. I was eyes and ears on this match. My eyes and ears were open on this match. Woo, man. I can hear and I can see the match on television. And it was great. So let me tell you what happened. So Bayley pushes Shirai into the corner, which I don't think that was fair. That was complete bullshit. But the referee forces a break, and Io pushes Sasha into the corner. I did remember. Let me read to you exactly. But remember, I told Io Shirai not to let Bayley distract her. This is what I said to Io Shirai on Twitter before NXT came on. Before NXT came on the show, before the show went on air, this is what I retweeted and told Io Shirai on Twitter. Hold on. Matter of fact, where is the tweet? There it is. This is what I told Io Shirai on Twitter. I said, my favorite NXT female superstar, my favorite NXT women's champion, my Genius of the Sky, Io Shirai. I hope for my sake that you defeat Sasha Banks and keep an eye on Bayley at ringside. Don't let her distract you in your battle against Sasha Banks tonight. That's what I told Io Shirai. Oh, she knew. Apparently, she was smarter than me because she knew. So anyways, Bayley pushes Shirai in the corner, but the referee forces a break. Io pushes Sasha in the corner. That's my Io. Good Io. Yeah. But Sasha fights back and hits Io with an elbow to the face. Yeah. That's some good stuff. Io goes to the top rope and hits Sasha with a missile dropkick. Sasha runs out of the ring, and Io hits a dive into Sasha Banks to the outside. Io Shirai's entrance, by the way, it's like falling into the dark. It's like falling in love with a Japanese woman, professional wrestler named Io Shirai. is falling in love with her in her darkness. Anyways, which I was falling in love with her in her darkness. Anyway, by the way, because I enjoyed it. Anyways, Io Shirai rolls Sasha back into the ring and kicks at her midsection repeatedly. Ooh, oh god, ugh, that had to hurt, Io. That had to hurt. You know, man. Yeah, that had to hurt Sasha Banks real bad. Then covers her for 2. Io purchased Sasha on the top rope, and Io mounts, but Bayley runs over to one of the cars on the outside of the seat and pushes the horn of the car, distracting Io. Really, Bayley, are you that scared of Io Shirai? Oh my god. She gonna bite you like that? Be surprised when Bayley slip and fall on one of those horns. That'd be real funny. Sasha takes Io from the top rope and locks in a rear chin lock. Now this is not funny, because clearly Io Shirai's neck could have been broken from that chin lock. Sasha gets Io in the corner and hits Io with a knees to the midsection, covering her for 2. Sasha stands on one of Io Shirai's hands and manipulates Io's hands and fingers. Oh my god, that is just fucking disturbing. This makes me want to fucking shake forever. Makes me want to shake for 2 to 3 hours looking at that. Man, that's just disgusting. That's like somebody puking in the bathroom. Oh god, even more disgusting. That was just disturbing. Sasha Banks just limiting the hands of Io Shirai. Oh, I right there and then I would have felt so bad for her. I would have felt so bad for Io Shirai. I would have. I really would have. Then covers Io for 2. Sasha runs at Io and hits her with a double knees to the face. Don't worry, Io Shirai, I'll save you. Pinning her for 2. Io gets to her knees and Sasha pulls back on Io's arms while pushing into her back with a foot. Io gets to her feet and sends Sasha onto the corner. So Io runs at Sasha in the corner and hits a Frankensteiner on Sasha from the top rope. Wish I was a wrestler going on the top rope doing high flying moves. Ooh-wee, I'll probably injure my grudge. No, I'm just playing. I'll probably have a grudge, or I'll probably injure one of my body parts falling from the top rope. Anyways, Sasha and Io run at each other, but Io hits Sasha with a flapjack and her tiger feint kick. I don't know why I keep saying anyways. I've said that 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I think it's time to come up with a different one. Nonetheless, like Michael Cole says, nonetheless, Io follows it up with a springboard missile dropkick, then covers Sasha for 2. Io picks up Sasha and goes for a double underhook suplex. But Banks blocks and escapes. Io gets Sasha with a German suplex, and Sasha has a nasty landing where she nearly lands on her neck and head. Wait, did I just hear what I think I just heard? Hold on. Let me reread that again. Io gets Sasha Banks with a German suplex, and Sasha has a nasty landing where she nearly lands on her neck and head. Are you serious? Holy fuck. But you gotta feel bad for Sasha Banks. Actually, Sasha Banks rather needs to feel bad for herself for landing on the top rope, or for landing hard on the ring. I'll be surprised if she lands on the apron. That'll be, you know what I mean. Anyways, Io walks over to Sasha, but Sasha locks in the Banks statement on Io but Io escapes. Io hits a double foot stomp on Sasha's chest, then hits running double knees to the face of Sasha's in the corner. Yeah, she hits the running double knees to the face of Sasha in the corner. Sasha ties Io in the Tree of Woe and taunts her, talking trash to Io. Io punches Sasha in the face. I was hoping she'd do that. Banks responds by backing up and going for a running double knees to Io's face, but Io sits up and goes for a moonsault onto Sasha. Sasha evades and takes down Io before hitting a Meteora on Io, pinning her for 2. So then Banks gets to her feet, but is wobbly on her feet. Io sends her to the middle rope and goes for the Tiger Fint kick. Sasha evades and Io ends up on the apron. They trade blows until Io goes for a springboard offense. Sasha catches her and kicks Io in the face, sending her back to the apron. Sasha hits a dive to the outside and follows it up with a sunset flip powerbomb into the Pele glass. Oh, I can feel this part coming. I can feel it coming. Sasha rolls Io into the ring and climbs to the top rope. I can feel 2 parts coming. Sasha goes for a frog splash, but Io rolls out of the way and locks a crossface in on Banks. Banks rolls around and spins, reaching for the ropes. Bayley tosses her tag team title onto the ring, and the referee grabs the belt to move it out of the way. While the referee is distracted, Bayley punches Io and forces a break. First of all, who does that? I'm sorry, I gotta do this. First of all, who does that? That was bad by Bayley. So anyways, the referee tries to remove Bayley's belt from the ring and bring it to the timekeeper's area, but Bayley stops him. It gets in a tug of war for the belt. While the referee is distracted, Banks tries to use another belt to hit Io, but Asuka appears from under the ring and stops Banks from using the belt by hitting her with the green mist in the face. Oh my god! Well, I'm pretty sure you know what Asuka's breath smells like. After hitting Sasha Banks with that. Oh man. That was just wrong there. Woo! Man. I can't even describe how lost I am seeing that. I think I think my reaction would be this right here. After seeing that green mist. That would be my real reaction. Anyways, Io rolls up Sasha for a 2 count. Io hits a wrecking ball dropkick to Bayley, sending her into the Pele glass. That hits a moonsault on Sasha, pinning her for 3. Pinning her for 3, Io Shirai beats Sasha Banks thanks to the assist of Asuka, or should I say, thanks to Asuka. Thanks to Asuka. Yep. Io Shirai picks up a victory over Sasha Banks, the biggest win of her career, thanks to Asuka. Hooray! Because I meant that. For real. That was a great win. My favorite superstar picks up a victory over Sasha Banks. Yes, but seriously though, I am so glad that Io Shirai, she had the confidence. I'm so glad that Io Shirai had the confidence to actually defeat Sasha Banks. This Io Shirai's defeat, Sasha Banks' defeat, looked bad on Sasha's part. But Io Shirai being Sasha Banks was the biggest win of Io Shirai's career. And I gotta admit, it feels pretty damn good to see Io Shirai picking up that victory over Sasha Banks to end NXT Great American Bash. Whew. So, Io and Asuka celebrate in the ring, and Bayley and Sasha retreat up the ramp with their belts as NXT goes off the air. So, folks, my thoughts on the show. Let's recap. And let's go back and recap. My thoughts on the show. The Fatal 4-Way match was fucking great. Teagan Nox, Dakota Kai, without a doubt, two of the best in-ring competitors NXT, the women's division, has. This Fatal 4-Way match was great. The Timothy Thatcher versus Oney Lorcan match was a brawl. Was a hell of a brawl battle. Was hell of a brawl. Not a woman's brawl, but a brawl battle. This was a great match. This was a great brawl. These two were like technicians. Like technicians. Not like XX tensions, but technician. RP XX tensions, by the way. But, anyways. And I'm not making it up. I'm actually being serious because I liked XX Tensions' music, his songs. I actually liked his songs. Now, here is one match that I did not like. So the Fatal 4-Way, the Fatal 4-Way was good, was great. Teagan Nox deserved that win. The Timothy Thatcher versus Oney Lorcan was a brawl. Was like a technician battle. Like that battle with Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak. That's how good the battle was. Now, the Rhea Ripley versus Aliyah with Robert Stone. This match was absolute main roster nauseating garbage. You do not, again, WWE, why would you book a match like this on a great show, knowing this match was absolute garbage? You know it. You know you're making yourself look stupid by booking garbage like this on the show. You're booking a garbage match like this on the show. Why? For what? Oh, that's right. Vince's trash plan. That was all of Vince's creative ideas. That was nothing more than creative garbage. That's what this match was. Creative garbage. It reminds me of the Moronics. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure JD knows too. The Iconics, they remind me of the Iconics, the Idiotics. This match between Rhea Ripley and Aliyah reminds me of the Iconics, the Idiotics, the Moronics, the Don't Get on My TV Onyx. That's what this match reminds me of. So, now, the Dexter Lumis versus Roderick Strong match. Dexter Lumis was fucking great in this match. He was fucking great. Like I said, I've said this about Dexter Lumis. I'm going to say this again about Dexter Lumis, folks. Dexter Lumis, folks, by far and away, I'm going to say this again, Dexter Lumis, by far and away, is the best thing in all of NXT right now. NXT Great American Bash. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that tweet from my buddy JD from NY. I agree with that tweet, man. I really do. I really do. Oh, don't worry, JD. I saw the tweet. That was a really good tweet. Yes. But he's telling the truth. Dexter Lumis is by far one of the greatest that NXT has on the show. He's truly going to be a top star, and he's truly going to be a true NXT champion. He's probably going to be a future NXT and North American champion. You never know what NXT could go with. Anyways, So, and of course the main event. The main event was brilliant. This was a great dream match between Io Shirai and Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks and Io Shirai, I think, put on the best performance out of all of the other superstars on this show. Why? Because this match has some creativity to it. It has some entertainment to it. It has some fun to it. It has some high-flying action to it. It also has some in-ring action to it, man. This match was good. And the commentators was going crazy. Mario Ranallo, man, he does good with his commentating, by the way. Man, this match was brilliant. This was a good way to end the show. This was a great match to end the show. This match deserved completely to be in the main event. And that's exactly what happened. The match got put in the main event. Perfect. This NXT show was great. I give it a thumbs up. If I was to grade the show, I give it an A. This NXT show, this week's NXT was brilliant, folks. It was great. Beyond brilliant. It was amazing. So, folks, this is the end of your July the 1st, 2020 NXT Great American Bash review. If you have any questions about this show last night, please don't hesitate to comment down the session below, and I will gladly answer your questions. And if you have any questions about my wrestling breaking news playlist and my Monday Night Raw review, SmackDown review, and NXT review playlist, please comment down the session below. I'm not afraid to answer your questions. Folks, I am getting the hell out of here. It is 3:04 in the morning, and I have to get off here because I'm getting pretty tired. I'm not even sleepy, but I'm getting pretty tired. Folks, thank you for watching. I'm getting the heck out of here. Oh, and tune in for my Friday night SmackDown review tonight. Immediately after Friday night SmackDown goes off air, my Friday night SmackDown review will be live after it goes off air. After the Friday night SmackDown show goes off air. So, be tuning in for that. Folks, I'm out of here. Have yourselves a good rest of your Thursday. And enjoy your Thursday.